Hey everybody, it is Dad Ultimate here on the Be Ultimate podcast with the host of the show, Macallister Ultimate. So this is episode number 1 of the Be Ultimate podcast, and we're just going to get into it, where normally Macallister Ultimate is going to be the one asking the questions. But since this is episode 1...
We don't have any guests.
Macallister Ultimate is going to be the guest. So I'm going to ask him some questions about being Ultimate, Macallister's life, some goals he has, maybe a favorite animal, a joke, and the podcast is really about all things ultimate. So we'll talk about animals and cool things and things we're afraid of, but if it's ultimate, we're going to talk about it. So let's get started. And if you want to make a theme song for us,
You could.
you could.
We will choose who wins.
We will choose who wins. If we get a whole lot of submissions, we'll have a contest. And so, questions for Macallister. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I do videos. I play with my electric guitar. I play with my horse. I skateboard and I do soccer.
And how old are you, buddy?
7.
You're 7 years old. You like to play with your remote control horse made by Traxxas. You like to play soccer.
You might have seen my horse.
Macallister has a YouTube video of him unboxing the horse.
Yeah, and like 3 other videos.
And a couple other videos where he drives the horse 70 miles an hour into Dad Ultimate, not Ultimate. So you do some Taekwondo, you're learning Korean.
Yeah.
But what's the most fun you've had in the past year?
Oh, that's a good one. Soccer.
Soccer? That's the most fun you've had in the past year?
Yeah.
I was thinking it might have been that water park that you went to.
Yes.
Yeah?
I like everything.
He does. Macallister Ultimate likes everything. So
And today, for us, it's Easter.
today's Easter, so we're doing the first ever Macallister Ultimate, Be Ultimate podcast. Tell me, Macallister, about your favorite animal.
I like panda bears and cheetahs, and a bald eagle.
Panda bears, cheetahs, and bald eagles. What do you like about panda bears?
They're cute. They're cuddly. What?
What do you like about cheetahs?
How fast they run.
Tell me something about a cheetah.
I do know cheetahs can accelerate for 60 seconds, which is 1 minute, and they go fast as a car.
They can go, I think, like 40 miles an hour, and they can sprint for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And you love bald eagles. Why do you love bald eagles?
Because they're Minnesota's animal.
They're the animal of the United States. And where we live, in Minnesota, we see a lot of bald eagles, don't we? Yeah, they're flying around all the time. What? Okay. Are you ready for this? Listeners, are you ready for this question? Because this is a question we're going to ask every episode to the guest. What's something nobody in the whole world knows about you?
Oh, well, I don't have any actually.
Something. There's got to be something that nobody else knows about you.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
What's something that you're really proud of?
My taekwondo skills.
Your taekwondo skills? Tell me about your taekwondo skills.
I'm a blue belt leader, almost ready for my brown belt test.
That's right. So Macallister is getting ready for his brown belt test. A couple more tests next year on this podcast. We'll be talking about what it takes to become a black belt.
Which I'm going to be a first degree black belt next year, probably.
First degree black belt if things go well. What's the difference between a white belt and a black belt?
Black belts are more highly trained, and they're mostly could pretty much destroy a white belt because that's the first belt, and white belts are not so good. They don't very much know so much moves.
Yeah.
And every kid who starts taekwondo is a noob.
Yeah. If you're brand new to taekwondo, you're a noob. But black belts are really just white belts who just didn't give up, right?
Yeah.
So Macallister's taking a little bit of a juice break over here. He does love some banana uyu, but
It's also called banana milk in English.
in English, banana milk. So he's drinking a little bit of banana milk.
This is actually Korean.
What advice do you have for people who are listening on how to be ultimate?
Be yourself.
Oh, be yourself.
And do not copy others.
That's right. Be yourself might be the most brilliant way to be ultimate. Do you find it hard to be yourself?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It's hard in soccer to not pretty much steal other people's moves.
Oh, you in soccer you like to come up with your own moves and not try to do other people's moves? Mm-hmm. Yeah, being yourself, that's a really good way to be ultimate. So check out some Be Ultimate swag on. There's a link in the comments or a link in the bio to the website.
You mean the description?
In the description, that is what I'm talking about. The description of the podcast. There's a link to get the t-shirts, to get the hoodies, to Be Ultimate.
If you're new here, we have these 2 different kind t-shirts. You can get the regular, which is red and white, or you could get Panda Edition.
Panda Edition, which is black and white for all you listening at home. Panda Edition. I like that. Anything from here on out that I see as black and white, it's the Panda Edition.
Panda Edition merch.
So, what are you afraid of?
I'm pretty much just afraid of the dark.
Of the dark.
So, when I go to the bathroom, I just pretty much try to turn off the lights and I try to not turn on them back on.
You go to the bathroom in the dark? What? That is something nobody in the whole world knew about you until just now. And now everybody knows. I didn't know that. You like to go to the bathroom in the dark?
Yeah.
All right. So that was unexpected. And in the world of podcasts, the unexpected happens. So do you have any advice for me, your dad, on how I can be ultimate?
Be yourself and do not copy others.
Do you have any advice for your dad on how to be a better dad?
You're already great, so.
Oh, well, thanks, buddy. What about for the listeners, if there's another 7-year-old out there, do you have any advice for them?
Be yourself if you want to be ultimate and do not copy others and do not cheat in math, what is it called? Math questions. You do not look at other people's, and then if you don't know, you should not look at others. But if you really need help, you just ask the teacher.
Oh, that is great advice. Not only to be yourself and not copy other people, but also don't copy other people's work. So if you're at school and you don't know the answer, you don't look on somebody else's paper.
But if you really need help, you just ask the teacher.
That's right. You raise your hand, you ask the teacher. That's really great advice, but I'm proud of you for that advice. All right, now it's time for the ultimate joke of the day. The ultimate joke for this podcast, episode number 1. So, what's the joke, Macallister?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting.
No. Wait, I have another one. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock knock.
Banana.
No.
Oh.
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, are you glad I didn't say banana?
I am glad you didn't say banana. That's the ultimate jokes of the day. Today you get 2 jokes apparently, not just one. And just for good measure, Dad Ultimate's going to throw in a joke there too. You ready for this?
Yep. But no dad jokes.
No dad jokes. Ask me if I'm a tree.
Are you a tree?
No.
I knew you were a tree because you're a human.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, you can ask your dad anything.
If you're a tree, if you're a shoe, if you're a sock.
Those are your questions you want to ask me?
No,
You can ask me anything you want to ask.
Are you Iron Man?
I am not
I knew it.
Iron Man.
Because you're not smart for it. Nobody's smart to be Tony Stark.
And Dad Ultimate is not smart enough to be Iron Man.
Me neither.
So that is yet another unexpected thing that happened. Macallister Ultimate goes to the bathroom in the dark. He's scared of... What are you scared of?
The dark.
The dark? What's your favorite word?
Panda.
Panda?
And hedgehog and cheetah and dad and mom and ba.
That's a lot of favorite words. So as we wrap up this episode, the first episode of the Be Ultimate podcast, we want to make sure and subscribe.
Like the podcast.
Like the podcast,
If
subscribe.
you like it.
And as before we wrap it up, Macallister Ultimate, who else should be part of the Be Ultimate squad? So who else should be on your podcast?
Miss Jules.
Miss Jules. Miss Jules of Seraph 7 Studios. She's making some video games that are pretty ultimate.
Because her complaining there's not enough black skinned people in video games.
So the video game she's creating portray people of color in a really cool light. And so Macallister Ultimate would love to have her on the podcast. So Miss Jules, we're coming for you on the podcast. We want you as part of the Be Ultimate squad. So with that, Macallister Ultimate, wrap it up with a beatbox. Thanks for being Ultimate. Subscribe, and we will see you on episode 2.